Benz where the land at? Well, it used to be. Speaking truthfully, now the car black, shiny as a shoe can be. Till it's all scratched up and no use to me. Gone. Throw it in the river. How the next one deliver? Pronto, head honcho. Back to handle business, watch where I go. I know what they want. I know what they need. Don't worry, I'm back. They be waiting for me. I know what they want. I know what they need. Don't worry, I'm back. They be waiting for me. Cuban on the neck, how I ran with it. Everywhere I go, all I see cameras flicking. Mommy on the beach with the sandals missing. Wanna wake up and be standing different. I like the sound of that dear. Let me get the room number and the time to appear. Promise it be fun, you had the time of the year. And when I'm going, this is something that you probably can share. I swear, all for one, all is fun. All or none, all is done, they all can come. And we can have a good time tonight. How you feeling like you living a life? Alright. I know what they want. I know what they need. Tired of the same old. Don't worry, I'm back. They be waiting for me. I know what they want. Good music. I know what they need. Don't worry, I'm back.
You're not my man. You're not my man. You're a genius.
There we go. All right, sir. What's good, man?
What's good, brothers? How y'all feeling?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I had a weekend. But, all right, so I'm going to go through the team, the usual thing. I'm John D. Contradiction. We got my man M over here with the 8 Mile hat, Mom Spaghetti, and we have Walker holding the Terminator. Fucking, I have one of those on my desk. But introduce yourself, sir. Introduce yourself for the future listeners, I should say.
Yeah, man. My name is Lupus Dei. For those that know, those that don't know, my name is Lupus Dei. From Jersey, Patterson, New Jersey. One half of the I King gang, Kingsman in the building. You know what I mean? Just a hip hop historian, love to do music, and I'm just happy to be here. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate you definitely joining and chopping up with us. So just to give you a full heads up, if you haven't seen how we do this, we just talk shit. We talk about nothing. We talk shit. We talk hip hop, and that's pretty much what we like to do. We don't do no like formal shit.
It's the barbershop. We just talking.
Yeah,
we're
gonna chop it up.
So I'm at home then. I'm at home.
That's it, man.
If you're from the hood, you know that the barbershop is where all the talk go down. Exactly. So I'm real good. I'm happy.
Exactly, man. We don't like to do the whole like ask weird fucking questions like the DJ Vlad, like incriminate yourself.
We're not the ops.
Yeah. I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now.
But yeah, man. So it's good that it's crazy. So you got a green check from us. We enjoyed the shit out your project.
Yes. And that's crazy. Yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. And you know how we are. We're very brutal. We're very straight to the point. But what's crazy is everyone's invited, but we only get green checks to come talk with us. We had one red check. What we had? We had two. We had two red checks, actually.
Well, who? Easter Chicken? Who's the other one?
Young Moriarty, I think.
Oh, Young Moriarty. Yeah.
But,
right.
Moriarty came on too.
But you're part of the green check gang. But, yo, man, so I like to ask just to see how people think. What do you think of the page? What do you think that we offer to hip hop? Like us being honest and just shitting on people if it's trash, man. You think hip hop needs that?
I do. I'm gonna be real with you. I think that what you guys doing for the culture right now, for anybody that's appreciative of it, can understand that what hip hop is lacking is honesty. I think that there's so many people trying to be like other people that they're not being true to themselves. And social media is a big problem because in that regard, because you press like on something and you don't really like it and you super somebody up and they ain't really hot like you think they is. Yeah. And now they go and do that. And then when they run into someone like you guys and they feelings different. So it's like you guys, I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like the source, you know what I mean? Like the source to give you that 5 mic back in the day. And if you got that 2.5, nobody wasn't listening to your joint.
Oh, yeah, that shit hurt people back in the day.
Yeah, but the element of surprise, I think for me, what I didn't know, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know nothing about it. I seen the green check and I didn't know if it was good, bad, or anything. I had to actually do research on like, what does this mean, right? And so I think the element of surprise that catch people like, yo, that you even took the time to listen to somebody's music is bigger, in my opinion, is even bigger than the check. You feel me? Yeah. Y'all took the time to listen to it. And I think people got to look at that too. And I think it's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, man. We like, so me and M over here, we're both artists. Like I've been rapping for a bit, but I've never did it like full time, but I've always loved music. And I've had my stage where I would send stuff out and get shut down and shit like that. You know, you try with A&Rs, labels, and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what, man? Everybody feels like they can do it until somebody says you can't. Like, but for me, that always made me up my game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I want to see people really get hungry. Like, you know, there's no hunger like when someone says no. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was like, yo, I'm trying to get people to fucking get crazy. And for the most part, we get a good amount of people that really try to show us like, all right, you didn't like this one, fuck it, I'm gonna put together something better. But then we got like the crybabies, then we got the participation award people and the people who cry about it, and it's the like
snowflakes.
Oh, this wasn't for you, bro.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, it's music, man. You can't tell me what was for me or was not. Like, you can't tell me that. Like, you put it out in the public, but
let me ask you guys a question. I mean, because there's a real thin line, and I think for artists to understand too, there's a real thin line between them feeling like they're not being appreciated and constructive criticism.
Yeah.
And so constructive criticism is something that would build the artist's self-esteem, the character, for them to get better, as opposed to them feeling like what they're doing as art is not appreciated. And so, to be quite frank, if we don't have boundaries, right? You guys could have said my joint was extremely whack. Does that mean I stop doing what I do if I claim to love it? Absolutely not. I got to keep rocking on. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there has to be boundaries, and I think that you guys doing what you do again creates that. But my question to you guys is like, what is your determining factor? Like, what makes you say this is dope? This gets the wave. This gets the fire. This gets the truck.
Yeah.
For me, it's all the feeling, man. Honestly, that, and if it comes out of some old school backpack shit, that always gets away from me, no matter what.
We do it.
We do our first listen, so it all like how we feel.
One listen.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it gets one listen.
We keep it
however
fair.
we feel.
Yeah, because this to me is. Yeah, we listen to, like, so when we do it, we do like one listen, and at whatever feeling we got, like right after song one, we're like, all right, this is the emoji that feels like. If we hear something, because you know the difference, like someone come to you, right? Someone got a beat or something, they play a beat for you, and you're like, all right, this is cool. That's like a thumbs up. But if someone plays something, you're like, oh shit, that's a fire. You know what I'm saying?
That's that fire. Absolutely.
So that's the approach we take on like songs and shit like that. And then if we go through an album and it's like, yo, fire. And then at the end of it, we're like, all right, even though that was all fire, did that connect? Did that tell a story, or was it just bangers? And then we do a little, analysis there or whatever. But if it's like some unoriginal, like if it's some shit that we heard 1,000 times, if it's like badly mixed and it's messy, and we're just gonna be like, nah, it's trash.
Just shit on people.
Yeah, and the twist that we do, we like to roast, because that's part of like culture now. Like, you ever talk some shit like with people with music, oh, that shit's whack, like, you know, you crack jokes and blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, something like that, like, instead of just being like, this wasn't good, some weak shit, it's like, yo, we'll crack a joke, because even with that, you can wear that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could say someone shit like, oh, we crack a elaborate joke. He can show people like, oh, these dudes shitted on me. He's still promoting himself if he show people that. Right. And it's more people are gonna want to look at it. If it's just medium negative, no one cares. If it's extreme, people gonna look at it. Then the people can come out like, yo, you guys are fucked up, and it's a win-win for everybody.
I think so too. Red or green. If it's green and you guys co-sign it, which is good, people might listen to it. Yep. But sometimes a red joint might get somebody to listen to it just to see if y'all opinion is really valid. Yeah. And so I think the idea of the exposure from the platform itself is, you know what I'm saying, again, is super dope. I don't know if you ever heard of the rap seminar. You ever heard of Rap Seminar?
Yeah, I like that page, man. They break shit down.
No, all right. So those dudes is kind of like, for real. They take stuff you don't even know about your raps.
They do rhyme schemes. They do like, how many words you rhymed in a sentence. They do like that genius shit, and then they do a crazy analytic. I love it. I love that page.
I should do something together. That's my
I talk
like,
to them all the time.
Podcast, that joint. Yeah, they about that. And with this podcast, with y'all roasting and checking, and then they lining it up with the, you know what I mean? Here's the proof on why y'all said what y'all said. You know what I mean? I think that's dope. But getting artists to invest in themselves, you know what I mean, in that magnitude, in the scary world right now, because, you know what I mean, like, they get shook. And I think that, that's something that I want to, like, for me as a rapper or just as an artist, I want artists to feel like, empowered to, if you don't believe in yourself or invest in yourself or, will yourself to win, nobody's going to do it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's my whole wave. That's what I'm on. That's the frequency I'm vibing with. That's just what I believe. So with or without anybody, no disrespect to y'all or anybody else, I'm just going, I would keep doing what I'm doing for the love of what I do. And when you fall out of love, it's different. You know what I mean?
And see, honestly, like there's a level of like the thing that we do, like we have like different ears for music the way we all are. But the one thing we all do like understand and have like very in common is we want to hear passion. You know what I'm saying? Like if someone gives us a project that's badly mixed, but we could hear them snapping, we could hear the detail, we could hear the story. We know they fucking tried. So we're going to give them that extra. Like, yo, you know what? You could get more points for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it. But like that passion, that's something like with us.
You got to mean
it. Almost never
you
gets bad. If you giving us a piece of you as an artist, we're all about it. It's just when it hits that like unoriginal, I fucked your bitch, I got racks, this and that, then that's when we're like, all right, this shit better be the most catchy, fun sounding shit ever and the cleanest quality, or you're just it's not doing it. Like,
and you know what? I'm at the point where the beats don't even cut it anymore.
Yeah.
I've heard so many fire beats at this point. It doesn't matter how many fire beats you have back to back. If you're trash, everything is trash.
That's hard body. Now, you guys said you guys talk a lot of crap, so let's get to it. What's your opinion on it? Let's get to the end. Let's make this.
Now, see you actually
you were interviewing us.
You want to talk spicy?
Let's talk spice. Let's talk some real time. I mean, because ideally, let's be real, right? You guys are doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's to invoke the listener, right? I'm out here trying to invoke listeners as well. We talking collaborative. You know what I mean? But yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? What's out there? How you feeling about what's good? You know what I mean? What's going on? Everybody ain't nice. That's
a fact, yo. That's a fact. Not everybody can fucking rap.
Not everybody can rap.
Because your man told you was nice, don't make you nice. You know what I'm saying?
We're in a constant battle against yes men.
Say that line right there.
That's 100%. That should be on a T-shirt. You're not nice because he said so. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man. Yo, I'm telling you, people could get that hype. Like, bro, I'm the nicest dude on my block, on like some bumblefuck ass block, and swear, like, yo, I'm about to make it big, bro. And it's like, no.
Charleston.
And then they run into M, and then their whole life changes.
Yeah, man.
Everything changes, man.
That shit. What's crazy is like we in a culture right now where hating on skill and like lying and all that whole fake facade shit is popular. Like that is the wave. And that shit is trash. Like I had a cat try to tell me like, nah, I don't go to hip hop shows because I know I'm better than these other dudes. And I'm like, bro, that's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard. You want to be a leader in this kind of culture and you don't even go to a show to experience how to be a leader of it? Like, what are you doing? Like,
They're just riding the wave.
You think you're just going to YouTube it and then your Instagram's going to pop one day and be like, no.
Listen, you got 1,000 YouTube rappers, right? You got 1,000 tough guys on Twitter, 1,000 people acting like, they are who they are on Instagram. Again, the fad itself is sadly enough, and I think the culture is being saturated with it. And so when real things come to pass, real MCs come to pass, it's not appreciated because it's not expected to be heard anymore. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
it's drowned out.
Smith & Wesson's project has already came and went, and it's a sad time.
Yeah, it is.
But it just came out.
It's great.
It's a 10 out of 10.
We got to resurrect. That's what I'm here for. That's what we all here for, to make that, make that stance and make music what it is again, relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Good, no. Good music relevant. Not just music. I'm done making mumble rappers relevant.
I feel like we're heading into another golden age.
No more drooling, please.
What age is that? The golden age, you said?
We need
another golden age. We're heading into another golden age.
Oh, okay.
There's a big surge coming from the underground of like actual like artists and shit. A lot of older cats just all of a sudden get into the game.
I hate the term underground artist, honestly, because I don't know an artist that's underground that's dead. So when you say an artist is underground, that means he's dead. In my opinion, he's still living. So I get it. Don't get me wrong. I'm considered. I know they say the underground artist.
I was about to say that. What would you call that level then? Before,
right? I think. See that's a very, very slippery slope, right? Mm-hmm. Because
underground.
But before there was
a ground level artist. Does that make you feel better? Ground level artist.
No, I mean, personally, quite frankly, don't care if it's underground or ground. What I'm trying to make is this: when you tag an artist as underground, it already kind of denotes what they are before they actually accept.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the stigma is, and so now when the underground artist that you guys deem underground goes pop per se or do something else, now he or she's not underground anymore. Who said I was underground to begin with?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So now the reality of it is it culturally accepted? Is it what it is? Is it the platform? Has it become a platform? Absolutely. Will I say even myself as an underground artist? Absolutely, because you're not anything else until you're considered mainstream, right? Yeah. So what happens when mainstream becomes underground?
I like the underground because the cult following.
Yeah, I think the actual like from what I see it as, like when I think of underground, I think of like the not like it's the exact opposite of what the mainstream is forcing out there. So underground to me is like, when I think of mainstream, I think of paying for views. I think paying for followers. I think putting money towards things to get you in certain places. I see labels. I see 360 deals. When I think of underground, I think underground has its own tier because you think of like Tunein. To me, Tunein is the king of the underground. Everyone knows who Tech. He's pretty much worked with every mainstream artist. But to me, Tunein is still that because Tunein is doing it from his pockets. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it out of his pockets. So to me, when I think of underground, that's top tier underground. And then everything under it, to me, as a whole, I think underground is like, who's coming out of pocket? Who's building their own brand? Who's actually rapping, you know?
So you're saying there's an underground?
Nah. So no, that's SoundCloud.
Ask you this. So the question is this, or if I can pose the question,
you can pose any question you want, man. Don't be scared.
Does coming out of your pocket make you underground or independent?
Indie.
When I think of underground, I think of independent.
I think it makes you indie, right? Anonymous. So now, here's the other question: if you took a poll of rappers, I would say take 10 rappers who were underground and ask them what was their purpose. Guess what? Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be to be underground anymore.
No, absolutely. I agree with you.
But that's the thing. When you think of like underground,
some people you're gonna have some people that wants to be like. Here's an example. Redman, nice. My God,
the God, he's a God.
My God.
He's my God, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody ever consider Redman a mainstream artist. Though he was on Def Jam, had crossover records with I'll Be That and all that, he's always going to be considered an underground artist. Why? Because he's so nice. He's so nice. So sometime when you're so nice, you're going to get capped with that underground thing because you're so nice. Royce the 5'9" is nice, right? He's not going to get that main. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Because you're just look. Benny the Butcher, Conway. These are.
I don't even want to talk. The whole Griselda boys.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's
shout out to Griselda.
Shout out to Benny. He came up so hard. He's ridiculous. Yeah. But they're so nice that mainstream artists don't even want to give them the just due because they already know what it is.
And that's what we think is the separation. That's what we think is the separation.
That underground level, so you can't eat off our plate.
Yeah, that's what we think. That's what we think is that's the difference. That like the mainstream is like the big bucks, the big bougie. You know what I'm saying? Like the preppy kids in school type shit. So I like the separation because the problem with the mainstream is there is no like specification as far as genre. You know what I'm saying? Mainstream is just mainstream. It's just shit you hear on the radio. When you think of mainstream, it's just shit you put here on the radio on repeat.
I haven't listened to the radio in 3 years.
There's no. It could be from anything. It could be from like Post Malone singing, they call it rap, to Drake singing, they call it rap, to like someone actually rapping sometimes. But when you go to the underground, you think of like you got the killer, the rappers. You got like the Mad Childs, the Necros. They do like killer shit. You got the Tech Nines. You got the Choppers. You got the Hood. You got the Griselda Boys. You know what I'm saying? You got the lyricists. They're essentially
anytime
genres.
Conway breathes on a beat, I'm scared.
Yeah, but those are essentially genres, and that's the underground is the order. You know what I'm saying? Underground is like the order. It's the organized hip hop. It has what you want, different types. It's like we got this type of hip hop, this type. Mainstream is whatever the fuck the radio feels like playing.
The business. It's
exactly.
Business. That's what, you know
it's what the
I
money's pushing.
That's business. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being an artist and being a good businessman too. You feel what I'm saying? Mainstream is business at the end of the day. So you know what I mean? I see it's sometimes I gotta shake my head because a lot of trash makes it mainstream.
Trash.
We know. We get it. We understand. If anybody understands,
bro, man. Like Cardi B had album of the year. What are we doing?
Book of Ryan was a classic.
We're doing nothing. That's
no, we are doing something.
It sounds like
watch your mouth. We do something.
We couldn't stop it. No, but here's the thing, right? Again, she had album of the year against who? Who was she up against?
There was some fire, but her albums they didn't even put up against real albums. There was a billion dope
Book
albums
of
last
Ryan.
year. There was so many good albums last year, but they put hers up against nothing.
Last year.
And it was like, what?
But they didn't put her album against those albums.
No, they didn't put those albums in the talks because they were like people. It was like
get nods.
It was like her album versus like Kanye's
projects
versus.
Last year. They were all better than Cardi's album.
It was like
Napoleon.
It was like Napoleon the Legends of Truth. Her album they put it was like against I think it was like Kanye's, Drake's obviously, and I don't know who else. It was like some other ones, but it was like, but still, who listened to that much? Like, it wasn't a terrible album, but it sounded like she's reading from cue cards the whole time. Nobody want to hear that shit. Like, the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Someone's in the booth just dropping cards. Like,
that's why she has an awkward pause. Ooh.
Like she stripped, you know. She clearly came out, and that's the thing with the mainstream. Yeah, she came up. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Get that money.
I can't see nothing about it.
What's crazy is when you hit that mainstream. That's another thing. When it comes to underground, as the beauty of the underground is, no matter you're not protected. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless you hit a certain level of God tier, like. If you're mainstream, mainstream people can fall off. Look at Nicki, her career is gone. But when you're in that limelight, you're so protected.
Because of Cardi, by the way.
Because of Cardi, exactly. Because someone stole that. In the mainstream, like Cardi, if you think about it, she's untouchable right now. You know what I'm saying? She can do no harm. And it just don't matter.
With Bruno Mars. Nobody can do that.
Comfortably.
I don't know how she got that off.
Comfortably was like, I'm good.
She's the plug right now.
Yeah.
But like right now, he
did two songs with her. Bruno Mars is world. Like, there's a difference between like.
He requested it. The first one he requested to. He requested her.
There's a difference between like. Yeah, you know, there's, rap is big out here and whatever. But like when you do like pop and singing and the shit that he do. That shit is global. Like, that shit is in countries that barely got. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is in movies, commercials. It's
my boss is from the Middle East, and if Bruno Mars comes on, he's singing that song.
Well, she did that shit with that Bad Bunny dude too. So that shit's all over. You know what I'm saying? That's everywhere too.
She's everywhere. She did Bodak Yellow in Spanish. She's everywhere.
That's money right there, bro. That's mad money.
She gets to the bag. That's what I'm saying. She gets to the bag.
And that's making her, and that makes her untouchable. Like, you can't do nothing. But when you're in the underground, there's a certain kill or be killed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no fans defending every single thing. If you make if you're an underground rapper, our favorites, and you put out a garbage release, we're not going to let that slide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we will tell you like middle of your set, like, oh, I'm about to play these new songs. We'll be like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no protection. But you do like the mainstream people just scream and they don't do nothing about that. So
yeah. Gonna get that love for no reason. Because I mean, you're in the machine. You got to remember, you know what I mean? A lot of them people are in the machine, $1 billion, $1 million machine. So of course, and the thing is, I think you said it correctly. In the underground, there is no protection.
There's no protection.
Love you today, they can hate you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You was that verse was hot, but the song was trash.
Yeah,
you know
it's a thing.
You gave me a 16, but when it cut, you know what I mean? So that's just how it is. And I think that
features trash. You tell people that all the time.
J. Cole is a feature killer. You feel what I'm saying?
Snaps.
He will murder anybody.
He snaps, period. But on features, he goes bonkers. You know what I'm saying?
J. Cole to me he's like the Matrix. He can jump in and out of mainstream and underground whenever the fuck he wants. He does whatever he wants. And you really can't put him in a box. Like, he's still doing college shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still does.
That's a great thing. If you can be that type of artist with that type of creative
that's the perfect
right? That's
career.
the perfect balance. And that's what I'm saying. You're not going to say now. You're going to have somebody say, "Hey, J. Cole's still an underground artist." No, he's not.
Yeah, he's not. Definitely not.
But he appeals to the underground market.
Yep.
Right? He appeals to the mainstream market. He appeals to the college kid. He appeals to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You don't put him in a box. And
what was the word that you were? He's nice.
Yeah, he's just nice. He's so nice.
That's my guy.
To take him anywhere.
I think I can sum it all up right there. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother debate. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother debate on what people think. But J. Cole is nice. Bottom line.
I feel like for him, the mainstream,
the
mainstream overlords are like worried about him because he's one of those people that he don't care.
He's a loose cannon.
He's like, oh, Cardi B, you want to collab? I'm gonna smoke you on this track. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, chill out. Like that's how he is. Like, so I feel like even the mainstream's terrified of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we can't get on a track with him unless we actually have to write raps.
And now that we know he can rap fast, I'm even more scared.
J. Cole rapping fast is terrifying. Yeah. But hey, he's the truth. He's been the truth for a minute.
Good money, man. He's good money.
You know he's been around for 12 years, man.
That's crazy.
12 years.
Dude, I remember when I picked up his fucking mixtape when I was in high school. It was like in college. I mean, I was young as shit. I'm like, oh, I got Sunday Night Lights, and I was like, this is amazing. Who the fuck is this kid? Crazy.
It's a cold world. Get a blanket.
I remember when Who Dat came out.
Facts. But so with the spicy segment. But yo, so let's talk about this release. Let's talk about this release. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. So how is this release getting looked at, man? How the looks been? Because we fucked with it. It was very vintage, man. It felt good. Felt like
the production put me into a happy place.
Oh, that's good, man. Light something up for that one. You know what I mean? I actually, to be honest with you, it's doing a lot better than I thought it would. And that's not to say I doubted myself, but I'm saying it to say, like, this is my first time ever embarking on this magnitude of what I was trying to do. And so it's doing a lot better. The response was a lot better than I anticipated. And that itself was overwhelming for me. I think, you know what I mean, from a 30-day time span, I'm sorry, from a 3-month time span, being that was quarterly, I kind of rocked out, bro. You know what I mean? I kind of rocked out, and March should bring it into a close so I can actually have official numbers on that. Hey. But I was like, definitely, man. I kind of like rocked out, and I was real proud of it. So I appreciate y'all listening to it and vibing with it.
Yeah. Well,
the whole project was put together so it can have some type of vintage vibe feel, which is why I went to 94.
Yeah.
94 is when I started rapping, but also I felt like 94 was a good era for hip hop.
That is my era. That is my era.
That's the era, right?
Yeah, it's a great fucking era, man. Hell yeah.
It's so golden. That era was so golden, man. So it just felt like that to me. You know what I mean? And that's what I was trying to convey with it. So
man. When I saw like because you did the review on this one. When I saw it, when he did the review, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, the title of this album is hard. I'm like, this shit better be the best shit I've ever. I'm like, oh, come at 94 like that, and this shit not the most.
He got like the Gatsby cover going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was smooth. Shout out to Balaclava. I think my man Yellow Balaclava, man. I don't know if y'all know him. He's a great producer from the UK. He hooked that cover up for me, man. He did a good job, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who did the production? That's a big question. Who did all that? Who cleared all them samples, bro?
Oh my!
Ooh, brother, let me.
I hear, like, me and Johnny are those people. We hear them samples.
I'm like, oh, I hear that. I hear that.
It's definitely some old soul samples in there. But I mean, if I told all my tricks to, you know what I mean, the whole podcast and everybody named Mother.
That's all good. Then we don't need to hear.
There is a way based off, again.
You need to hit me in the DM because I got some shit
I'll
that
hit
has
you
some
in the DM with that. I will hit you in the DM with that. But there is a way, just so you know, and this is for artists, real talk. And I mean, I'm not really trying to hold anything back, but there is a way that my producers that I deal with, they have like some type of site where they can actually, if the sample is over a certain time frame or something to that magnitude.
I know that trick.
Okay, but you can actually purchase it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen. I work for the website.
Look at your face. You see your face. Look at your face. You can actually purchase it.
Yeah.
And then they move out from there. So it depends. Like the production, I try to keep in house. Believe it or not. So like both of my brothers do beats.
Fire,
you know what I mean?
Fire.
So they did a lot of the tracks on there, with the exception that I think like like At the Office, the engineer did the At the Office track. I don't know if you guys know that, At the Office, but everything from Wraith Music to Can It Be, most of my two brothers, Michi Music and Don.
Keep it in the house, keep it in the family, man. I love that.
Got to, you know what I mean? Independent, starting out, you know what I mean? Just trying to keep it in the house, but we all trying to get on. And so it was cool. It took a minute to really get the vibe together. I guess you guys know, since you listen to so much music, that you can do a lot of songs, but how it come together,
it's got to be fluid, man.
Gotta be.
I was just talking to Walko about that before.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I got 10 done. I only like 3.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah,
that's dope though. So at least you got 3 out of the 10. You know what I mean? You do another 10, that's 6, and you just keep on building until you.
I only need 5. I only need 5.
Good thing about
like
5.
I manage.
That's the good thing with the passionate for like a body of work though. A lot of these artists we can hit like off rip when we listen to a project. We're like, all right, this is a compilation. Like, don't call this an album, bro. Like, this is a compilation. You just threw the shit you had because you was like, I gotta put out something, and you just piled a bunch of songs together. Like, which was the last famous compilation, that garbage ass Lil Pump album. I'm like, this is a fucking compilation, bro. Like, this is him just copy and paste and throwing shit in that mailbox. Like, yo, I'm just gonna make an album and put some out so people.
A bunch of shit we've already heard.
Yeah, I'm like, it's a fucking compilation.
Yeah. But it happens all the time. I think that it has to do with a lot of artists get lazy, a lot of artists get complacent, right? And a lot of yes people are around them. So I mean, at the end of the day,
Curse of the yes man.
It's upsetting.
Like, you know what I mean? It take a real friend or a real person that care about you or your music to be like, yo, that's not it.
Yeah, fact,
you know what I'm saying?
Fact.
You know what I mean? Now
you have to have those people.
I highly doubt y'all care about anybody that y'all rip. But you care about music that much to tell somebody that's not it.
That's what we try to tell people.
I don't give a fuck about these artists.
Yo, and then when they say like, yo, you're hating, I'm like, please believe we don't give a shit about you to hate, bro.
We didn't do this for
we
you.
don't know you. Yeah, we don't know you. We don't care about you, bro. We're telling you how it is. Like, if you want to think we're going out of our way to do this, then you must be out your mind. Like, we pump out 3 reviews a day. You know how many fucking things we listen to, bro? And we gonna focus on you? Like, no.
Fam.
Yeah, it's like, no.
My mind's a blank slate 99% of the day. I don't care about you guys.
That's a fact. Yo, these cats, and they really think we out to get them and all that. I'm like, bro, you must be feeling yourself way too much. Like, something, bro. Like, that's just wild.
I love when they start hitting us with the get off my dick. It's like, somebody sent this to us.
Yo,
we didn't come.
I'm like, bro,
somebody sent this.
How do y'all determine what to listen to? Somebody sends it to you?
We have a list.
Yo, yeah,
our list is broad.
So our list is comprised of we do like once a month or so. We do like, yo, send us some projects. But we tell people like, yo, even if it's someone you don't like, if you see them rap, send us the project. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, bro. Like, if you want to see someone get cooked and you know it's not a good project, send it to us. And we get a lot of shady people send us shit. A lot of we got found by a lot of people's like management just like playing the Google game. They find us and they send us some stuff, or people just hit our DMs. Like, I'm mad vocal. Like, I talk to everybody. Walker, you see, like I talk to mad people in the DM. So people just constantly emailing us and stuff. Like, our list is crazy. So we just take it from the list. Yeah. Sometimes we got priority stuff. Yeah. Sometimes people send us projects. This is my favorite thing. People send us projects like before they come out. They're like, oh yeah, we want to do like a early release and we want you to release, the review on the day it comes out. And I stay telling them, and I'm like, bro, just because you sending us an early sneak peek does not mean we just gonna pity you into a green check.
Right.
And they be hurt, and I'm like, bro, I said I'll hook you up, but I'm not like I'll help you promote, but I'm not like we're not friends. Like I'm not gonna fucking like I won't even do that for my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna tell you if it's bad, like, and it is what it is. But still, like we get people send us shit. At least I would say 5 to 6 emails of different projects a day.
Wow.
And on some days it's crazy.
You guys' opinion is valued somewhere. Somebody likes what's going on, and I think that's the crux of it all. Yeah. You can say what you want about our reviews or whether you think we're whatever, but the reality of it is y'all keep sending music because people want the truth. And as long as y'all keep giving people the truth, they're gonna pop.
I just think people want to see us drag people. I just
Some, real shit.
That's what truth does, though. Truth.
Some people are petty, bro. Some people are petty.
You King Petty, bro. You super petty right here. You are King Petty.
Yeah, he is.
Right
he is. He be killing people.
You with the game headset. You cooling in the background. This guy right here is King Petty. But you need that on the team, though. You need somebody that's going to be
he starts fires, bro.
Mark's definitely our most hated reviewer.
Easily our most hated reviewer. Easily.
I can see.
Sometimes some stuff comes out.
Love too.
When you post good reviews, I'm half and half. I'm like right in between. Like I got good, and then I have somewhere I've dragged people and they've lost it. And he's majority is him dragging people.
Yeah. I've dragged some people too.
When I start looking at your page and I'm looking at reviews and I start looking at the vernacular and the verbiage, I'm going to say, he did this. He's the one. And anything nice, I'll attribute to you.
We sign them.
Yeah, we sign them.
Yep.
No, yeah, I'm M.
Yeah, we tell people, we're like, we don't hide our faces. We're like, you can see us. We don't care. Like, this is us. Like, I'll tell them, like, if it says John D at the bottom, I did it. If it's M, he did it. If it's Walco, it's like, we sign it, bro. So people know who's the voice. They hear us on the episodes. They see us. Like, they know. I'm like, there's no hiding.
There's hours of content of us out there on the internet right now. Hours. We ain't scared of nobody.
Page, every see us.
Yeah.
Like we're talking shit. It's us.
Always. No fit.
There's nothing nobody can say that Johnny hasn't said to me.
In fact, when he makes some music, he send it to me. If it's not good, it's not good. Like same with me, I'll send him something. If he's like, that's not it. I'm like, shit. All right, back to the drawing board. Like.
So is y'all dropping anything when you gonna get to your 5 songs? Are you dropping anything like?
No, I dropped a project last year on Halloween. My first project. I produced the whole album. I had John D on it. I had actually 8 different artists, 8 different tracks. So that was my first project, and now I'm kind of doing a house hop project. So just doing, and then John has.
I got a bunch of projects that's coming out. I got split EPs. I got my own solo EP, and I got a hardcore punk project. Like me and my old band members putting out a project. So I'm out here working. I put out a few ciphers and shit like that. It's a few singles.
Spice.
Keep running, man. Y'all gotta keep running, man.
Yeah, man.
I love this show, man. It's real, man. I like what y'all doing. Like I said, the culture joint is good. I'm not the type of artist that's gonna get on y'all show and just talk about me all to death, because it ain't about me. It's about, it's about the culture.
It's about us.
And we honestly, we want people to see. We want people to see what real art. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're all people. Like artists, we're people. You know what I'm saying?
Let me keep it 100 with y'all. This is the first time, and this is like, you guys are actually history. I've yet, since I put out a project, I've yet to even show my face. The world has no idea what I look like.
That's what's up.
I'm saying,
I appreciate that.
I really did it purposely that way because I wanted people to be into the music and not into me. You see what I'm saying? And so many with mainstream, right? It's about branding, and it's about gotta look the part, and you know what I'm saying? So if you can really get people to genuinely that's why I thought Ghostface was so ill when he came out as Ghostface.
Killer.
If you could have kept that, like, it was so ill. I think MF Doom is that too. I think he doesn't.
My father.
But He said that's my dad.
That's
That's
my
his dad. Yeah,
that's my dad.
He's a monster.
Yo,
but
yeah.
you guys are the first people that I've actually like. You know what? I'm just gonna have to do the interview, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And go ahead and show the world. You know what I mean? Who's behind the music?
But see, that's
and
a dope approach. Like that's such a different approach because you're making your way. Like, bro, just listen to the music. Like, don't worry about me. Like, don't worry about what the fuck I got. Like, just listen to the music. That's gonna show you. And like that's real. Like. You're not out here fucking flashing money and other stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's real, man. That's real. That's shit.
Nah, that's not true. I try to keep it that way, but you know, eventually, like I said, you got to show up. So what better place to do it than with y'all? You feel me?
Hey, we appreciate that.
We
man.
appreciate
really
that.
Appreciate that.
I
Man.
appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
This has been real, bro. We got to keep this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We post these. We're caught up, so we post these during the week. This is gonna be posted Wednesday. And shoot us a bunch of shit. Like we'll do some promo, like whatever you want. We do it for a whole week. We promote you, whatever, blah blah blah. Whatever you want to
whatever you want to
post,
on,
we get
bro.
you. Yeah, whatever you want to put
in
in our story, we post it on the page. We want to make like we're forcing shit. Like we introduce him. This is his music. Listen to it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah. We force some people.
Yeah, you facts, man. I got I got the 1994 still out. You know what I mean? I got a new project that's about to drop called The Black Bond. Me and my brother Rap, we about to drop that. That'll probably drop
sounds hard.
Tonight. Oh gosh, it's The Black Bonds, and you know what I mean.
Hey, let us know.
You ain't never seen The Black Bond, so just imagine how this is gonna come out. You know what I mean? I got a project with my man. Y'all know General Back Pain? Y'all got to do an interview with him.
It sounds like somebody I would listen to.
Sounds fire. Yeah.
It sounds like
General
an
Back
insurance
Pain
company.
Is West Coast. That's my other half of the I King gang. Look him up. He's official. He got a project dropping tomorrow called Street Sacraments. In fact, I'm telling you guys to go drag him. Drag him.
I'm gonna put that on the list right now.
Yeah, put him on. You know what I mean? And I guarantee that's gonna be a green check. I'm on that too. I just been working with a lot of people. My man Coco Reef, I'm on his project. I don't know if y'all Coco Reef. My man Charlie Chan, I just been working on his project. So I'm out there, man, just grinding, about to stow my face a little bit more. I'll sing y'all stuff, and let's just do this for the culture and keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. Send us these artists. Send us all these cats. We'll definitely take a look at them.
I'm gonna see
sure.
the phone.
Everybody gets these reviews.
Oh yeah, he got a project out right now called Holy Hands. You can look that up. It's on Spotify. He just dropping tomorrow. The producer on this track tomorrow is Onaiji Jordan. I don't know if y'all heard of him. Good producer, hard body. And so go look into that, man. But for me, I'm grinding. I keep moving silent. I'm creeping up on him. Watch what I'm telling you. Watch out for that. The Black Bond is official. I'm telling you right now, that's official.
For sure.
Another project called International Day coming out with some UK producers. So just grinding out, man.
I bet, man, and throw your pages. Where can everybody find you and whatnot? At what?
Definitely on SoundCloud. Even though, you know what? Let's talk about SoundCloud before I get off this shit.
SoundCloud is a barren wasteland.
It's terrible.
There we go. So I'm on SoundCloud, but it's a wasteland. But you can look over me on SoundCloud. Yeah. Hit me up on Twitter at
the Wild West.
Instagram is the Lupus Dei Experience. Website is coming soon. That's going to be lupusdei.com, where you'll have more music, more merch coming your way. Check me out on BandLab. I don't know if you ever heard about BandLab. It's a little small social media app called BandLab. I'm on there. Got a ton of music on there. I'm out there, man. Just look. Be out there. You know what I mean? And you can find me rolling with these guys. Next time you're looking for them, I'll be right there too. Let's get fun together. You heard?
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's good, man. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks for chopping it up as well. I'll holler at you.
I appreciate your patience, man. It was all love.
All right, man. Peace, man. We'll holler at you, man. I'll hit you up during the week.
Be good, bro.
Peace.
And what are ghosts? Ghosts are spirits that rise from the dead. I want you to be my ghost. You are going to lead our resurrection. I defy the expectation that all of us are doomed to failure.
I got the vibe though, do this with my eyes closed, blindfold, you should see how far my mind goes. As far as I know, ain't nobody nice as I. Cash Academy, only 2 people slice the pie. No other hands in it, otherwise it's bad business. If you don't control the narrative, they get the story twisted. so I tell it straight. You can tell it fake. Keep the grass low, best way to spot a snake. Guess it's fate, my destiny is tied to it.